Hey loves, welcome back to another tutorial. So today's video we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful dress that I am putting on. It is a one shoulder off shoulder bubu dress and it is a very simple tutorial. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So if you are seeing my channel for the first time, please kindly subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. So I have my sewing tools ready and I'm making use of 2 yards of Ankara fabric. So if you want to achieve this gown for yourself, you can get 2 yards or 2.5 yards of fabric and that's okay. So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. So I folded my fabric into 2 equal halves. As you can see, I first folded it into 2, then I proceeded to fold it again, making it to be in 4 places. This is because I want to cut both the front and the back together. So as you can see, it is into 4 now. Make sure that this is what you have. So now I'm going to start imputing my measurements. First, I'm going to mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 8 inches on my case. So I'm going to mark 8 inches. So from that point, I'll go ahead and mark my sleeve length and I'm going to use the whole fabric. I think it's about 12 inches or so. So I'll use the whole fabric for the sleeve length. And then the next step is to mark my shoulder slope. So I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches for my slope. And then I'm going to connect it all the way to the neckline. But we're not going to mark our neckline now. So I'll connect it all the way to that point. So now after marking that, I'm going to make a notch on this point. Just make a notch. We're going to use it for the neckline later. So now the next step is to mark my arm opening. So for my arm opening, I'm coming down by 11.5 inches, which is also serving as my bust point. So I'm going to mark 11.5 inches and then I'll roll a straight line across. So the next step is to impute my horizontal measurements. Because this is a bubu dress and I want it to be free, I am going to use the higher part of my body, which is my hip measurement. So I'm going to mark my hip measurement divided by 4 and I'm going to add extra 6 inches because I want this dress to be free on me. So I'll go ahead and mark 6 inches. So after that, I'm going to get my ruler and make a straight line from that point all the way to the end of this fabric, just like you see me doing. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to use my free hand and make a nice curve for my armhole curve. So just make sure that your curve is very nice. So now I'm going to cut everything off with my scissors. So once we are done with that, the next step is to open up this fabric so that we'll be able to cut our neckline. So I'm going to open it up like this. As you can see, we've not cut our neckline. Also, remember the notch that we marked at the tip of the neckline. This is going to help us now to cut out the neckline because it is at the middle of this gown. So I'm just going to chalk it down just so we know that this is where the middle is. So now I'm going to start with the neck measurements. So for my neck width, I am going to mark 3.5 inches. So from the midpoint of the notch that we made, I'm going to mark 3.5 inches. This is the normal side of the bubu. And then for the other side, which is going to have the one shoulder effect, I'm going to mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches plus extra 1 inches. So at this point, you can decide to add extra 2 to 3 inches to yours, depending on your choice. So from that notch that we made in the middle, I'm going to mark the 9 inches, just like you see me doing. So the next step is to mark the neck depth. So I'm going to mark 4 inches for my neck depth. That's how deep I want it to be. So from the middle points, I'm going to come down by 4 inches and I marked. So now we have 3 points that we are going to connect. So from that point now, I'm going to create my curve, just like you see me doing. So guys, I'm going to go through this again in case you are confused. So this is our middle line. This is the middle point where we notched earlier. So now from that middle point, I am going to mark 3.5 inches as my neck width. So for my neck width, I'm going to mark 3.5 inches. So from that notch, I am going to mark 3.5 inches, just like you see me do. And after that, on the other side, which is going to have the one shoulder off shoulder effect, I am going to mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches plus extra 1 inches, which is 9 inches. And I said you can add extra inches to yours. You can make it 10, 11, depending on what your shoulder measurement is. So that is what I marked. So from that middle point now, I'm going to come down by 4 inches for my neck depth. That is how deep I want mine. You can decide to leave yours as 3 inches or 3.5. So then I'm going to connect all the points together, just like you see me doing, with a nice curve. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off. So I hope you guys understand what I explained now. It is very simple if you follow it well. So now I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and pipe this neckline. And after that, I'm going to also join the shoulders together, and then I'll come back and show you guys. So here I've piped the neckline. As you can see, I used the fabric to do the piping, and it's looking so neat. And I've also gone ahead to join my shoulders. I've joined the shoulders. This is the one shoulder off shoulder part, and this is the normal shoulder part. I've also joined it as well. So guys, I'll go back to my sewing machine now, and I'm going to hem the base of this sleeve, and then I'm also going to shape this dress with the allowance that we left earlier for it, and I'm also going to repeat the same process on the other side. So guys, as you can see, I'm done joining everything, the shoulders, and I've also gone ahead to hem the base of the sleeves. And for the shaping, I've also shaped the dress all the way to the end of the full length. I've also hemmed the base of the dress, and everything is ready. So I'll flip it over to the right side now. So this is how it looks when I turned it to the right side, and everything is looking so beautiful. I did not add any pocket to this dress because I don't want one. If you want to add pockets and you don't know how to go about it, I have a video of my channel how to add a pocket easily to your dresses, and it is very easy to understand. So guys, one thing about this dress is you can decide the part that you want the shoulder to go off, like the off shoulder part. And for me, I think I want mine to be on the left side, and my fabric does not have any demarcation of left and right, so I'm just going to put it on to be on the left side. So guys, if you watched to this point, thank you so much for stopping by, and if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you'll be notified each time we upload any video. See you guys in my next video. Bye.